are all broken and open, and my purse was moved again, and my sandals were stolen yesterday, and things are just being intentionally moved over and over to make me feel unsafe, or I don't know really what the purpose is. I called Harwood Heights police. I don't know what else to do anymore. I miss my kids terribly. I have court Tuesday to get them back. And they just won't leave me alone. I don't know what else to do. I'm positive. It was working the first night he installed it, and now when you open the door, it just opens. So how is it that it was working and now it's not? And all of these were just wide open. The only reason it would be doing that is if someone let themselves in. Who the fuck is letting themselves into my apartment? Why and why? I had to call the police, who I don't trust anymore. I feel 100% are, at the very least, informed about what the fuck is going on. I feel like they've been knowing what was going on this entire time. I remember going over to my daughter's on Easter to bring her an Easter basket and looking in the police's face, and he made the most... I could tell he felt horrible, but he was clearly being forced to continue whatever they were doing. And I know they know what's going on. I know they do. I don't know why the fuck they won't tell me or help me. I just got here. I've been here for 3 days. 3 fucking days. I don't understand. I miss my kids. If I can't even fucking keep my own door locked when it's just me in here, what court is gonna give me my children back? And that's what they want, so that they continue to fucking victimize myself and my children, exploit myself and my children. So when I finally get a safe place, they do whatever the fuck they can to make the place look like it's not safe, so that they can stand in the way of my children coming here. Look at all the people in the comments. No one that's concerned, just a bunch of haters. Probably crack addicts or heroin addicts or people who don't take care of themselves. Disgusting. I don't take medicine. So continue please to document this list of names for everyone in the comments here. Again, we have additional accessories, harassment, slander, everything that they've done to destroy my name and reputation, beginning with the show, and every person who continues to perpetuate this false narrative. I've said it millions of times. The only time I'm recording is when I feel like I am in danger, like I'm not safe. So they continue to follow me from page to page. This is my 4th page. Whoever's getting paid to continue to exploit me, you need to burn in hell. I need that person's name and information. I don't know anything about this. I've never agreed to do anything, any sort of movie, any sort of documentation, any sort of study where Basically what I think it is that the person who I was talking to is a narcissist and angry, and they behave in ways much like Dylan, where if you make them angry, they don't forwardly admit that they're angry. They act in passive-aggressive ways, like breaking the lock on your door or stealing something from your apartment or something like that. It's really, truly sad that this continues to go on. All the people who continue to choose to involve themselves in this are disgusting. But basically, I, again, just got here. It's my third day in this apartment. There was no one here my first day. No noise coming from above or below. Yesterday, I started hearing a bunch of people in the apartment above me, as well as to the side of me. Again, they were never there the first day. I insisted that we go get a security camera to monitor myself, as well as install a lock on the door, which we did. The first night it was working fine. Last night was the second night, and the lock is broken and the door won't stay closed. And I don't want to continue to invite people into my apartment, whether they're maintenance or not. I just called the police. They're supposed to be meeting me down in the lobby, so I'm going to take it downstairs. I don't trust the police. I don't trust anyone, really. I think that the police are full of fucking shit and probably had something to do with this. It's been, common knowledge that I was here. I did call them and make them aware the very first day that I came after the stalking began again. I can't blame it on one person, but I can say that they're fully aware of what's going on. There's documented evidence of this going back years. So if none of them, if you're supposed to be able to trust the police, and the police are not supposed to be coward assholes who use their fucking mouth and speak up for what's right and protect and serve like the job says, then there's, an even bigger problem, because now I have a long line of them who know what the fuck is up and haven't done shit. Right, what are you going to do, check my thigh? They can suck a dick. No one's taking my neck. I'm going to do the same thing to the other leg. I'm going to start carving the name of everyone who fucking rapes me, of everyone who tricks me, of everyone who does any of this shit to me. I hope they die. I want them to die. I've never wished death on anyone. I want them to fucking die. You're not trying to be haters, but you're calling me names and diagnosing me with conditions I definitely don't have and have never had and have no connection to, and The shit that you're saying, the false narrative that you're supporting is directly standing in the way of people helping me in the way that I need. My locks are not being permitted to be closed. When you stand around saying I'm crazy rather than, wow, that's a problem, who would unlock someone's doors? You divert the attention to a problem that does not exist. You continue saying I'm crazy makes people forget about the fact that my fucking locks are being broken into. People are letting themselves into my place. Hello. Stop fucking coming to this page. The police are on their way. I just keep filing reports over and over and over again. I don't know what else to do. Like I said, it stops, it calms down. I try to be a mother. I try to rebuild my life, and it's just nonstop. It's nonstop. I have court Tuesday. I think it could be my ex fucking up the locks so that I can't prove in court that I can't keep the kids safe, but it's not my ex. So this is my real thought. I think that my exes got caught doing something and someone is exploiting them with whatever that information is that they were doing. So instead of my exes being dealt with or having to deal with things, they're using the exploitation and trickling it down to affect my children and forcing my children to do whatever they say by threatening them with the information they have about my exes. That's what they do. They say it's safe. It's safety. They're keeping them safe. They don't. They exploit them. And I want to know where my children are. It's been 3 days since I've been able to locate them. Where are they? They say they're at their cousin's house and their dad's not answering the phone. Just none of it makes sense. And why would a predatory government want to separate, a predatory local government want to separate a mother and child so that they could exploit the child? I don't fuck with the Harwood Heights police because of how they treated me numerous other times, so we have to record this. It's not that I don't fuck with Harwood Heights police, it's that I don't fuck with Harwood Heights in general. You know, I live here, mind my own business, and don't talk to anyone. And the fact that they have followed me to Export before, which we also have videos of, and just numerous other places, it's just problematic for me. So anyways, I've already let them know on camera that I'm recording. So we're going down now. Oh, 1 second. You know, it's just fucked up. It's fucked up because I try to trust. I genuinely try to trust. I try over and over again to trust. And I don't know what the fuck else to do. How can I be asleep and someone comes into my place, moves my belongings? I have to take videos of the room before I leave, because otherwise when I come back and clearly know that shit has been moved around and pointed out, they can't call me crazy. I can prove it with photo. And that, my friends, is what we call COVID. Fuck whatever else they said was going on. So all of this is going to be broadcasted live. Again, I have no criminal record. I have never been in trouble before. And this is exactly the quote-unquote exit strategy they used when I worked at Export. So no one is extracting me from shit. I paid $1,600 to live here and have a lease on my name on the lease. Yeah, when I was working at Export for 5 days, they create an emergency that's fake. You call the police for help, and they turn it around and somehow try to frame it on you. So now I feel like I have to lie every single time I interact, not only with the police, just with anyone. Hi guys, how's it going? I have to record. I'm Heather. Nice to meet you. Heather, nice meeting you. So I was sleeping. I had a friend of mine install one of those locks where you open the door and the lock catches it, in addition to the deadbolt and the regular lock on the handle that's already up there. And I woke up, the lock is not working, and the other two locks were just undone, like if they were never locked, but they were locked. So I don't know what to do. This has been an ongoing situation for several years. I've attempted to call the FBI. I have hours of video. I've been attempting to call the local jurisdiction police in every jurisdiction. I really don't know what to do. I feel like I'm being gang stalked or followed or something. And it goes away for like 8 weeks, 12 weeks of quiet and nobody bothers me. And then all of a sudden, I wake up and there's some sort of issue again. I have video and photos as well of the room exactly as I've left it, and then coming back into the room and finding numerous items either missing completely or completely out of place and put somewhere else.
Okay. Do you have any recordings of anybody?
Yeah, lots of them.
Anybody going into your home?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Because if anyone is going into your home, you said you have recordings, but we don't know who's going into
I don't have recordings of anyone going into my home. I said I have recordings of being stalked, followed, chased, harassed for the past several years.
Okay.
Hundreds of them.
Where was that at?
All around. Literally the entire country. Everywhere from Florida to Georgia to Virginia to Alabama to Chicago. This has been ongoing for multiple years. Literally, they've been chasing me around the country.
Do you know who that may be?
No, I don't.
No. Okay.
I try to go get my children, and it's like they leave me alone as long as I'm like outside or like doing poorly in life. But as soon as I find a new job or I get closer to getting my kids back, they come back again, and I don't know who it is. It wouldn't be so bad if it was someone who I felt was trying to help me or whatever. I don't know who it is. They don't identify themselves, and it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. I don't know. So.
Have you ever talked to anybody about it, like a doctor?
Yeah, I don't need to talk to a doctor for being gang stalked and raped and robbed. I'm not sure what that would do to help the situation. What's your name?
Well, we're trying to give you some options because you don't have any evidence of anything actually happening to you. So
I just told you.
I don't know what we can do.
Okay, I have my door upstairs with all the doors open. So you're saying I need a doctor is your advice?
I'm just trying to give you some options.
I'm reporting to you that someone has broken the locks on my door.
Okay.
And your advice is I should call a doctor.
Well, you think people are stalking you all over the country. Don't you think that seems a little odd? Like
not when I also have 3 years of video evidence to support that everything that I've just said.
You just said you don't have evidence of anything happening to you.
What was your name, sir?
What evidence do you have?
What was your name, sir?
You can see it on my coat, I think.
Can you say it?
What kind of evidence do you have?
All right, you guys have a great day. It's clear that you're committed to not helping. I just told you that someone broke the locks on my door and opened my apartment door, and your advice was to see a doctor, right? Thank you. Thank you, guys. You have a great day.
You as well.
Do you guys see this? I just told the police that someone broke the locks on my door, and the officer's advice was to see a doctor. Do you see this? You guys see this, right? Be recording every single UDID from every single person who's making comments on this shit. I want the cops' badge numbers. I want all of the people who are making comments on this shit. I want an inventory of every license plate in the parking lot. So the police wouldn't even come up to check my door or check the locks. Everyone just saw that, right? Everyone just saw that? Just so that we're clear, just so that we can see that it's not been an issue of me not calling for help. I don't even know what to fucking say anymore. There was no one anywhere on this floor. Now I have 3 units of making noise right immediately next to me, and one above me that were never ever doing that before. So, I want to talk about publicly, what is a police officer supposed to do if someone calls them saying that their locks have been compromised and someone's been in their apartment? What is a police officer supposed to do? Anyone? Come on. Anyone have an answer? What is a police officer supposed to do if someone calls them complaining of someone breaking into their space? What is a police officer supposed to do? I don't know, right? Investigate, check the locks, right? Maybe see if anyone has opened the door. Maybe come up, look around, right? Why would that officer's advice be, maybe you should go to the doctor? I want everyone to rewind that interaction, please. Now I've documented in probably 7 suburbs, as well as Chicago, Alabama, Florida, and Georgia, as well as Nashville, that these setups have been taking place, that these intrusions have been going on, they've been ongoing. I have hardcore evidence in my backpack. I called the police showed up. I told them about the door, all of the locks being turned open. No one has a key to this apartment other than myself. Here are both sets. Okay, so now I've got 2 sets of keys no one has access to. I went to bed. I locked myself in right here, like this. Right? Why then do I wake up and the door is like this? And I call the police to report it, and they don't even come upstairs to make a report. They show up in the lobby, and you saw the interaction. So at this point in time, I have another lawsuit, and I'm just gonna move forward with court on Tuesday. I guess, if they're breaking into my apartment during the day, then I think a judge would be the only one who's going to be able to give me some advice at this point anyway. So now I just have to edit all of this video footage that I have with all of the interactions that I've had with law enforcement as well as the feds, because I've called them numerous times as well. And that's what I'll have to present to the judge on Tuesday and ask the judge what her advice is. If the police can't give me any advice, if the feds can't give me any advice, if I'm not able to reach my friends and family, what else can I do, right?